Well, 5 months later, almost exactly, shattered my foot. Had all the parts ready for this guy, but here we are. 2025 Ford F-350 Superduty. Took a lot to get it done, but I wanted to show you guys everything we've done so far. Let's take a look. Each one of these trucks, from 23 plus Super Duties, we've gone a little bit bigger with Icon's kits and parts and kind of mixing and matching and testing different setups. This particular one is already a Tremor model. We're running their 7-inch front springs. We're running the CD-EV Remote Resi 2.5 shocks. We're running their newest radius arm rendition, a little bit different angle and design. We're running the Icon drop brackets on this one. Carli Sway Bar setup in the front, 20-inch KMC IMS wheels with a 0 offset, 40-inch by 13.5 BFG, the HD terrain KTs. We're running the factory aftermarket bar so we can keep the factory bumper. We're running Baja Designs LP6s in amber, LP9s in white, camera relocation also from factory aftermarket. As you can see underneath, we're running the Icon pass-through steering stabilizer setup that bolts onto the diff cover. And you can see down here the big in-links for the torsion sway bar from Carli as well. So we're mixing some Carli and Icon parts. Coming around this side, these particular ones are made by Rough Country, the aftermarket fender flares. They're not real big, they're kind of OE style. They just give you about 3/4 of an inch, give it a little shape to the body, front and rear. The front of the truck has been wrapped white. It's a red truck. So I had these wrapped, those come red. You can get them right from Rough Country that way. We're running the LP4 Baja Designs ditch lights and then replaced the factory fog lights with the squadrons. Amp, since this truck is so tall at this time around, we're running the Amp Research XLs, which have kind of this, it's not a rock slider, but it is a little bit of sill protection from rocks if the front tires kick up and just a little bit more durability. And it also allows the step to come down a little further. So as you can see, for short people, a way to get into a truck with a 6-inch lift and 40s. We've had the whole truck, it's PPF'd, logos, everything done by Lux Automotive here in town. Rear, we did a full Icon leaf replacement. So it's a progressive rate leaf. It's running the stock blocks that come on the truck to give it the matching height that we needed, front to rear. And then also running the 2.5 Resi CD-EV, the electronic valve setup from Icon in the rear. Did a taillight replacement from Morimoto. So we're running the Morimoto LED taillights in the smoked color. I've got the Baja Designs S2 Pros that mount nice and tight up underneath the bumper here for a little rear lighting. Just running the Factor 55 hitch link. That's a 2.5, so you don't need a sleeve or a reducer for that. Obviously a Go Fast Camper, that's the latest thing that we installed, was their new topper. I had the Go Fast Camper platform camper, but it sits up about another 7 inches or so, and it just was a little too tall for the garage, and I got to park inside. So sold that, switched to this. Also did a DPF back Banks exhaust. And so you can see that's changed. Not a big fan of the factory split chrome exhaust that come on these things. In the bed, we can open up the lid here. Did a couple of custom things in the bed. Since I'm running 40s, I can't fit a 40 underneath, so I dropped the factory spare out of there, and I have a big cavernous hole now that we're gonna figure out what to put in there. But we're running the Addictive Desert Designs universal spare tire holder that's bolted down to the bed of the truck. And then I cut my truck mat, the bed mat, around it. We've got another KMC IMS with a 40-inch spare. And then this is like a full kind of custom put together compressor setup. So I'm running the ARB dual head compressor, and then I plumbed up everything how I wanted it, cut down their harness, put in my own switch here. So turned it on and off, and then Apex makes this little mini reel. So there's 20 feet of hose on this little mini reel. And then I've got a disconnect here, so if we want to hook up other lines or other, air tools or whatever, you can. And then this just reels in, just almost like a small, tiny little hose reel or like a fly fishing rod, which is great. I can open up the sides so you can see the spare. It's kind of... So Clifford, the big red truck, is finally done. Thanks to me falling off my roof. We're only 5 months late. Here we are. Hope you like it. There'll be links below for all of the parts that you see on here that will take you back to our website, so you can check them out. Any questions or anything, feel free to just email us or reach out and we'll get you dialed.